This is very urgent. My main message to the Africans on the continent and in the diaspora. But before I start, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the President of Kenya, William Ruto, and Ramaphosa of South Africa for the direction you are pursuing regarding the restructuring of the global financial architecture, such that Africa is included and, most importantly, treated as equal as all the other parties involved. I'm really very grateful for that. And the other thing which I think is critically and equally paramount is to create our own financial architecture that will cater for our financial needs. An architecture designed and created by Africans for the Africans. We have a clear blueprint, I repeat this, we have a clear blueprint of how and what can be done to create a financially independent Africa and an Africa free from the shackles of the global financial system. My email is tzeranga@gmail.com. Zerangas as Zeranga. So I beg whoever is watching this video to please share it till it reaches the hearts of the people it is intended to. We all have to remember that capital serves its master. We as Africans should stop thinking that we are going to use foreign capital to transform our continent. Most foreign direct investments we have been receiving on the continent are resource seeking, and that's why the type of infrastructure developments on the continent for the past 100 years have been extractive in nature, designed to export our cotton in raw form and import second-hand underwear and clothes. Export our aluminium, iron ore to make steel, center to the car manufacturing industry, and we import second-hand cars from Japan and other parts of the world. Designed to export our coffee and import Nescafe, our cocoa and import chocolates, and our gold and buy expensive gold slugs and ornaments of all sorts of nature. Mind you all that for every 1 container of exports, we bring in 10 containers of imports. This asymmetry has created an ever-increasing deterioration of balance of payments of many countries on the continent. And this extraction type of development has resulted into accelerated economic marginalization of local populations, thereby creating a vicious cycle of underdevelopment. Our continent is the richest continent on planet Earth in terms of natural resources. Yet we are still going to the IMF and World Bank to borrow money to sustain our economies. Africa is like a very beautiful lady, endowed with abundant natural resources, but desperately in need for financial resources to sustain her well-being. On the other hand, stands deep-pocketed men starving for her natural beauty and resources. They entrap her with predatory kind of financial assistance and exploit her natural resources. The game goes on and on. She then crafts a wonderful plan to enable her create financial independence and sustainability. She ignorantly and innocently takes it to these guys for funding, yet they are the beneficiaries to that very system that has kept her exactly where she is. It is a pity, because funding cannot and will never happen. It is so unfortunate that exploitation of our natural resources and evil acts like racism against the black race will never stop. Not until we, the blacks, work together to change the narrative and transform our motherland, the continent of Africa. Our continent for so long is known to the world as a dark continent and an extraction ground for raw material and human capital, which dates back to the times of slave trade and today as brain drain, or call it modern day slavery. We have been used as a guinea pig for all sorts of detrimental experiments, as a dumping ground for low quality products, and characterized by extreme poverty, high levels of unemployment, crap education systems, substandard health facilities, and starvation of the masses. Whichever went wrong, we urgently need to fix it. Our ancestors, who were forced into slavery, I'm sure, are not happy at all with us because we have gathered everything that we need to make it right, but we are still disunited to kickstart this tough but exciting journey. As the mother of humanity, once Africa realizes her divine destiny in the cosmos, universal love shall fill this entire planet. So my main message to the Africans on the continent and in the diaspora is that the only reward we can give to our ancestors, whose bones formed the foundations of major cities in the United States of America and Europe, whose bones are buried in the sand dunes on the seabed of the Atlantic Ocean, is to build our motherland, the continent of Africa, to the standard we all desire. For the diasporas to come back and occupy your vast chunks of land that your ancestors inhabited, to come back and enjoy the natural beauty of your continent that awaits you, to come back and enjoy the wonderful weather that God endowed us with, to come back and reap the benefits of our natural resources, and to come back and reunite with your true blood brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, and your grandparents to a home where you are loved and respected. I strongly believe that once the Africans on the continent and in the diaspora join forces, we have the capacity in terms of ingenuity, expertise, experience, exposure, and most importantly, the right type of financial resources, call it the ethnic patient capital, to serve our ethnic financial needs and transform our continent into a heaven on earth. I call upon whoever is watching this video, with blood of the black race running through your veins, businessmen and women like Aliko Dangote and Mike Adenog of Nigeria, Robert F. Smith and Oprah Winfrey of the United States of America, Strive Masiyiwa of Zimbabwe, public magicians like Rihanna, Burna Boy, Olomide, Diamond Platinums, ambassadorarikanachihombori of Zimbabwe, and Professor Lumumba of Kenya, social, political, cultural, and religious leaders. It is not tomorrow, but today, to start rewriting our history, change the narrative, and transform our continent. Because if we don't, history will never forgive us. The window to escape from the jail cell that has held us custody for so many decades is now. Let us be the spark to the eternal light on our continent and the entire planet. Let's get started.